Tough economic times are making it more and more difficult to find employment, especially for students just coming out of school. As ABC40's Dan Brown reports, earlier today a group of high school kids got lessons in life that will help keep them ahead of the game.
They want to whittle those 200 people down to get those 10.
Thom Fox may not be a school teacher by trade, but he's teaching these Air Force Junior Reserve students a very important lesson.
For them to understand the process that's involved with acquiring a job, the interviewing skills, the job searching skills.
This group from Chicopee High seemed to be listening carefully to what Thom Fox had to say.
Time challenge. You can sit down for an interview. And
They were busy, taking notes, and seemed to understand the importance of today's lesson.
This really helps put everything into perspective of, of the process that's really involved in, to get a job and interviews of how important they are.
The kids were not only getting educated on how to perform on a job interview, but were also learning about financial responsibility.
There's definitely a lot to learn about finances because a lot of people are in debt and I don't want to get in debt.
How these students take care of their money now could eventually affect what school they get accepted to.
Some universities right now actually will not grant admission to students who have poor credit as well. So if you have designs on going up to medical school and you get in a problem, when you're just getting your bachelors, you may not be able to go.
The kids were also reminded to be very careful about what they post on their MySpace accounts.
If you get Googled and they bring up your MySpace page, if you got your Costa Rica Spring break pics up there, it's going to be tough when you go on an interview because someone's going to look at that and say, well, wow, this is the way someone's representing himself in public. Do I really want them representing my company that way as well?
I know that employers can search you and look at your stuff on MySpace, but I never thought it could affect you on getting a job.
The students today definitely picked up a lot of tips that they'll be able to use really for the rest of their lives. Thom Fox also mentioned another important tip that would apply especially to high school kids. Be careful if you use a ringback tone. You don't want the song on your phone to be inappropriate. It could turn your possible employer off. We're live in the studio. Dan Brown, ABC40.